Hello everyone, Clive here, and welcome back to Ark Aberration. So just a quick recap for the last episode, we went down into the rock drake trench and we got some rock drake eggs. And then we also did get a few red gems on the way back up. And that was pretty much the whole episode. And it did take quite a bit of time to get through that. But it is good to see the process and the dangers involved with going down there. So in this episode, we're going to hatch those eggs. So we have AC here, and this is not enough. So I actually need to go get a few more ACs. Yeah, so I put them in the middle here, and they're still too hot. I think we need to get probably 4 more, and I am running like low on... Let's see, what am I running? Oh, electronics. So I need to go get some more of the pearls and stuff. That shouldn't take too long to do, to be fair. That's not very hard to get right now. And if you're playing this game while Extinction's out, then you have an advantage because you have tech dinos that give you free electronics. And I also did wind up making a scanner. And so we could use this to get some different traits from different dinosaurs. And I do want to go try to find a good Ravager with some good weight reductions. And so that's going to be one thing that we can do with this. And I'll explain this thing more whenever we get to that point where we start using it more. And so the next step in preparation probably should do is start looking at some Megalosaurs. That's going to be for the boss fight. And it's going to require going back into the red zone, and then there's also some in the blue zone as well. And if we go back to the spine area, I think we saw quite a few there. And the goal with that is just to get some really good ones so that we can start breeding up for the Rockwell fight. And the Megalosaurs are the ones that you want to really focus on. They're a bit intimidating to tame because they can pick you up and eat you, but we'll go through that process once we get over there. And yeah, we can do that while we are hatching the rock drake eggs. I think the last thing I want to do is going to be hopefully go back down and get some more rock drake eggs that are improvements to the ones we got, because 120 is not the highest level that I want to get. Definitely want to get something closer to 190. And yeah, I'll show you the faster way to get down there and deal with the rock drakes, especially if you already have a rock drake. It's much quicker. Oh, and I also didn't show you the stego that we got the last episode, so this is the stego. I gotta find it. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, here it is, and it's off by a level. I didn't get the max tame value out of it. But yeah, it's alright. I'm gonna use one of these for the Rockwell fight, maybe 2 of them, we'll see. And yeah, I think we have 2 males, so we need to get a female anyways. So if I find a 150 female, I'll grab that one as well. Yeah, as far as stats go, it's not the greatest stats. And as far as traits go, it's really bad. It's food robust, which is not the greatest. Which would be this one right here. This one's got a crazy food stat. And then, let's see, this one over here, that is, has cold, so that's not bad. So it reduces the temperature, so anything with like heat, it reduces that. So if I ride in this thing, my temperature goes down. I get increased, I get increased resistance, really, is what the biggest thing is. Not by a lot, but by a little, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, if we want to start extracting stuff, we need to start taming things. So just go here and extract this. We can get cold off this one. And then whenever we have a baby, we'll go ahead and put cold in the baby if we want to. I really want to get a stego with some better abilities. Mostly like just damage reduction. That's mostly for the boss fight. And then, yeah, the other plan is to go here and finish this. I want to get some of the seeds, Z seeds, those planted, so that we can start taming up the yearlings up there. I think those would be fun to have. Lots to do, and then of course I want to get a Cosmo as well, so that's not the next steps. And I think we can do the Cosmo thing with the scanner. I can go find one of those pretty easily with the scanner. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Just general clean up, and then once these eggs hatch, we'll take them out for a spin. I do have enough red gems to craft the saddle. The saddles do cost, I think it's like 80 red gems. Yeah, so it's like 85 red gems for the saddles. So you definitely want to make sure you get some red gems while you're down there. Or at least make a trip down there with the hazmat suit and get some red gems. They're easy to get if you are on the edge of the blue zone. If you go to the spine area that we went to last time, there's a decent amount down there as well around the spines. So, all right, let's get to it. Farming up some air conditioners, then we'll come back. All right, just a quick update on the ACs. So I didn't wind up making all these, and I did test it out, and this will actually hatch the eggs. So yeah, the rock-drake eggs aren't too bad. They don't take that long to hatch. This is like 5x rates, I believe. So maybe like an hour or so. Maybe like 3 hours if you're on like 2x or something like that. And this is the configuration, I guess, if you want to call it that. So you need at least, what, 11 ACs. And yeah, so I kept making 2 at a time, and this is what I came up with in the end. So it's just 5, then 5 on this side, and then 1 in the middle. And that's it. That's the AC configuration. And as long as you have this kind of somewhere in the middle, it should be hatching. So yep, that's the rock drakes. And once they hatch, you have to feed them with nameless venom. So we need to just go get a Spino probably, and then go run down into the blue zone, keep our light pet off, and then we can kill the nameless at spawn. And the rock drakes only eat nameless venom. It's kind of like feeding wyvern milk to the wyverns. You have to feed nameless venom to the rock drakes, and that's what they eat every once in a while. So keep that in mind while you're raising your rock drakes. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to let this egg hatch, and then I'll probably just go get some nameless venom. I think you can store that in the refrigerator. You know what, I'll go get some and test it out while I'm waiting for this thing to hatch, and then we'll go see. And hopefully, I think we have another one too. We have another egg somewhere. I think it's on my Spino still. But the other egg is a 65. This is a 120. Alright, we're down here in the blue zone. And these little guys are the nameless. And we just need to kill them until they drop some... Oh no, I think I just killed another Cosmo. So yeah, we just kill these things until they drop some venom. And you just come down here without a light on and you'll get a lot of these. Then you just kill them, and then they will randomly drop some venom. And other things too. So yeah, I got a bunch of this, so we can probably turn this back on and head back out. And so if the light's on, then you will damage them if they don't like the light. So you can kill them that way as well. And if you didn't get any from your inventory, then check the bags on the ground. Yeah, let's see if we can find some bags. Okay, here's one. Yeah, that's the Titanoboa that we killed earlier. Yeah, right here. There we go, nameless. Yeah, so you see we get a lot from just one nameless. So yeah, check the bags. Not all of them drop it, but the ones that do give you quite a few. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's how you get the nameless venom. That's how you feed the rock drakes as their babies. Okay, so these things did hatch, finally. And yeah, so we do have a male and a female, so that's good. This 65 is a female. This one is a male. I haven't checked the stats yet. I'll look at them in a little bit. But you cannot put the rock drake venom into a fridge, so you have to go back and get some probably every couple of hours. And I don't know how often they eat. It might not be that often, so that's going to be interesting to see. I think there is something we can actually use for rock drake venom. That's going to be... I think it's this... what is this called? Industrial preserving bin. I'm pretty sure this is the thing that you can use to store rock drake venom. I don't have the 600 ingots right now. I'm trying to save up for an industrial forge. So, I mean, I do have the 600 ingots, but yeah, I need to save up for industrial forge because I'm tired of using wood for this. So, I think we might be able to do industrial forge pretty soon. Then once we get the industrial forge, I'd be more inclined to start spending more on things like that, the preserving bin, which you can then store. I'm pretty sure you can store the nameless venom in that. So we'll take a look at it, but for now I'll just have to keep going down there and getting some venom, even though it's not that hard at all. Like you saw what I did. I just spent like maybe 5 minutes down there and I got like 10. So yeah, so I got quite a bit from down there, and it does last for about 2 hours inside of the drakes. So yeah, I should be good. I'll set a timer and then we'll check out their progress. Okay, and then with that said, the next thing I'm gonna do is probably go work on some scanning. Just use the scanner. So keep on trying to find some good stuff. And I also want to go and look for a Cosmo. I think it's gonna be good. I don't have one yet. They're not that hard to find in the blue zone, but we can definitely go and try to find one. So with this, we can look at the creature scanner, and we can see that the max level on this scanner is 141 based on my level and how many levels I have over the max. So yeah, we'll have to use this and then look for a Cosmo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the closest one's probably in the blue zone, yeah. So it's probably down there in the blue zone somewhere. Which is fine. I don't mind going down there and messing around. But I might go up into, like, deeper into the green zone, maybe towards the lake, and try it there to see if there is one up there. Because they do spawn in the green zone, they're just more rare. So let's cancel that for now, and yeah, I'll go look around and see if I can find one. Then we'll get one of those. Those would be nice to have. Alright, so I did scan in the green zone. I did find a Cosmo. It's somewhere around here. Yeah, let me try scanning again. I think we could find this. I know it's pretty close by. Yeah, so before you go and tame this thing, or before you go up to it, you definitely want to have chitin in your inventory, even if you're not using chitin. Yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, so once it glows, then we can feed it the Z seeds. Could take a second to register that I have chitin. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so now we can just feed it. It's only level 20. If this was a higher level, you'd have to chase it and do like stop and go mini game with it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty easy to tame these things. So yeah, as far as the abilities go, you can equip it from your inventory, and you can use like a grappling hook. That's like the main use for it. So you hit it on the ceiling, and then if you do hold control down, you can go up with it. It'll reel you in. And then once you're high enough, you can then like swing back and forth on different levels. So you kind of resemble like Spider-Man, I guess. And then if you want to go down, like if you want to get more line, you can hit shift or hold shift down, and then you'll start going down further. So that's pretty much the basic things. There are other things you can do with it, like shoot out webs and stuff, but you will need to fight stuff for that, so we'll see how that works. Alright, a little bit of time has passed, and we're back at the base. And we did get a few things accomplished. So one of the things that we got was this greenhouse area, and we got some plants in there, and they're fully grown now. So we do get some Z seeds from the Z plants. You get a maximum of 12 in here per plant, so you probably don't need that many plants. And if you look at the seeds, they do weigh a lot. Is it like 5 weight per seed? So yeah, I wouldn't carry too many of these on me. So they're really good for taming the yearlings now. You're probably gonna need like 10 or so, depending on the level of the yearling. And you'd probably also use them to like fight yearlings and like nameless in the red zone area. Alright, other than that, we did get a rock drake, fully imprinted one that is bred. So not a great level, but it does work. Yeah, I'm not sure what I put the points into, but they do have a decent amount of weight naturally. But I probably will need to fight with this one, so I'll probably get some points in the melee. Yeah, we can put some points in the health too later. I think the plan will be to go into the red zone with this one and get some more eggs. And the other thing I wanted to mention is going to be up here. So let's head to the roof. It's the Karkinos that I forgot I had until recently. And yeah, so these things are one of the better utility creatures you can get on Aberration. They're on par with the Ravagers. But there's a lot more functionality with these things. They just themselves don't have the built-in weight reduction. But yeah, I consider these like the Quetzals of the map. So yeah, we'll need to get a high level one of these eventually. And you can breed them now, that's nice. So you can actually get imprints on them and stuff. So like primarily you want their weight to be high, kind of like a Quetzal. So as far as what they can do, so you can fight other things. They do like slam attacks normally. And you can control each of the hands separately, so you can hit with one hand or hit with the other hand, and that really is just in case you have a creature that you're holding. And if you want to pick up a creature, you have to hold down the left click and right click, and you can pick them up. And you can actually pick up 2 different creatures if you hold down both buttons. And this is nice because you can use them to mine things, just like if you were holding them with a flyer. So yeah, there's the automatic harvesting that they do if their inventory is clear. And yeah, if you have somebody riding the Doedicurus, they could harvest even more and just max out their weight. And yeah, the other benefit is that there's a lot more precision to the movement in these things. So it makes it easier to gather stone and stuff like that. And you can pick up other creatures too, so not just your own. So like any creature that they can hold. And what makes this nice is that you can actually jump off and the creature will still be held. So with this, you can actually tame them while they're being held up by the Karkinos. And so yeah, this could pick up quite a few things. And you better be careful too, because some things will still hit the Karkinos if it's picked up. But smaller creatures like the Doedicuruses won't be able to hit them. So yeah, it makes taming easier. And you can also like throw them into a bin if you wanted to as well. And yeah, besides picking things up, you also can jump with them. Like you saw earlier, you can jump. And the range is pretty far. Yeah, I mean, you could fly over your base if you're not careful, or fly off a cliff, so be careful with that. And yeah, so you can get up different levels too. So if you're trying to get to like a higher level in the blue zone, that's easy to do with this one. And so other creatures you can tame with this thing, besides the Doedicurus, is going to be like Ankies, Ravagers, the frogs. Now you can even pick up Stegos with this thing. But unfortunately, you can't use them to pick up Megalosaurs. Alright, so next thing I want to talk about really quickly is going to be the rock drakes. So these are considered gliders, not flyers, so they can be used in caves. They do pretty good running on the ground, unlike flyers do. And so pretty much all you have to do is just jump in the air and then hold down shift, and shift will cause it to glide. So while you're gliding, you can like look up and that will cause it to slow down, or look down and then you can go faster. So yeah, you do need to be high enough to where you can go faster by looking down. And so you probably want some height, and so in order to get height, you will need to climb the walls. And so you can target a wall and then hit your attack button and it will dash to that spot on the wall. Yeah, waited too long. Yeah, so you'll see the reticle appear whenever you want to dash. So just attack and then there you go, you can dash. So you can do this over and over again to things above you and get height. Like that. And this will also activate the wall climbing mode. And you can turn that wall climbing mode off as well. But you want to climb up the walls so that you can get higher, which there are many layers to that on this map. And while you're climbing, you also want to be careful with the camera. You're going to be walking whatever direction you're facing. And it does take some time to get used to it. But once you get enough height, you can jump off, and then you can start gliding by holding shift. And you can get pretty far distance before you have to stop. Then you gain speed by looking down. But if you want to start slowing down to kind of look around, you can do that by just looking up. But yeah, even from our base, if we get high enough, we could probably fly all the way down to the rock drake's nests without even stopping. So that's how far you can pretty much get with just one jump. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the rock drakes. They are the most versatile as far as like their ability to fight and also their ability to transport some materials with their weight, and then the ability for them to climb up and down the walls and then glide. So you have lots of mobility, and that mobility is what gets you around in this map. So I do want to go and try to get a better egg. I think we might go do that with this bred rock drake that we have, and I might get some spinos as well to help back us up. But yeah, I think we should go check out the nests and just see if they got anything better that we can grab. And if not, it's not a big deal. We still can breed up the ones that we have. Alright, so now that we have a decent leveled rock drake, we can now head on down into the rock drake nest again. And this is going to allow us to grab hopefully a better egg, and so we can get like one of the higher level eggs. And this will be the one that we would breed into, and probably the one we'll take into the boss fight. We do need a rock drake for two main things. One is the boss fight. The other one is going to be to go to the surface and get surface drops. There's other ways you can do that surface drops, but the rock drake's still the fastest. So I'm not going to bring a lot with me. So I just have my radiation suit, my hazmat suit. And I do have a couple of Spinos for killing the drakes that are going to attack. The rock drake alone that we have probably could take on quite a few of them. But I'm just taking some Spinos just because I don't want to spend a lot of time down there. Alright, so let's head down there and we can see the whole process to get down there. It's pretty quick. Nothing like the last time that we went down there. And the rock drakes definitely do make the map feel smaller. Alright, made it down to the bottom, and our stamina almost ran out, so be careful with that. You know, leave my light pet on. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we don't want to get swarmed by Nameless. Or Reaper for that matter. Yeah, we definitely don't want to fight a Reaper right now. I don't think that would be a good idea. Probably just run away and maybe kite them down to the water. So yeah, this is the rock drake area, and you saw how fast it was to get down here with the rock drake, or even a glider too, for that matter. Yeah, you can see that damage isn't that high. We need a better melee one. But one benefit is that we don't have to actually use the anchors to get up and down. We can just use the rock drake now, so that's nice. You don't have to worry about that. Alright, yeah, but same process. So we clear out all the rock drakes that we can. Then we take some eggs, then we head back up. Just gotta be careful, we only have one suit, so we don't want to spend a lot of time down here. And alternatively, you can go ahead and take an egg and then run away. That's possible. It's a little bit of a risk though. You could get swarmed. You'd probably want to have like a really good understanding of the movements of the rock drakes. Alright, since we did do this side last time, let's go ahead and look at the back. There's another spot you can go to. It's just slightly past where we were. Yeah, so just stay above the trench and then keep following it around to the side. Be careful with all the rock drakes up here. There's quite a few. Just gotta kill the rock drakes you see up here. There's gonna be less in total because there's a small area back here. The rock drake attacks are so slow. But yeah, that's not too bad. I'd be careful of Alpha Karkinos. That might take you a long time. It might not be worth the fight. Alright, so let's get the Spinos out so we can start clearing this area. Once again, you don't need the Spinos. You can come down here with just the rock drake and probably do just as well. It's just a matter of speed for me. I don't want to spend a lot of time down here. If you have no choice, you just have to live with the fact that you have to kill everything and then heal up after every fight. Alright, so this is where the other nests are, and this is probably an easier one to get to instead of the trench. There's typically some back here most of the time, like they have a chance to spawn back here, which is separate from a chance to spawn below. Yeah, you can see we have several eggs up here that we can get to. They're above us, so we don't have to worry about getting out of a hole or something like that later on. Let me make sure everything's cleared out, and then we'll come back. I think I got most of the stuff at least. So yeah, we can just hop on the rock drake, and we should be able to climb the walls, and this will let us get to the eggs faster. So we don't need to deal with any anchors or any of that stuff up here. Yeah, I need to get used to the distance that it takes to actually use the dash ability. Yeah, so you can turn on wall climb if you just use the right mouse button or one of the triggers on your console controller. This lets you get up the walls, and it's probably a little easier to do that. So we just find one of the eggs, and we can hop into the little nest. Just gotta make sure that you're not gonna fall off of the cliff whenever you jump off. Typically your character falls off to the right. Yeah, this is a level 20, okay. Yeah, let's see if we can find a better one before we aggro everything. This is a 120, okay. So that's just like the other one we have, it's 120, so it might be better stats. So let's see what the last one is before we start aggroing stuff. Okay, that should be good enough. But what do we got here? Oh, we have a 15. Okay, you know, I guess we'll just get the 15 here. Try to aggro everything. We're not aggroing. Yeah, I think it's coming now. I'm actually just gonna eat this one. That's a process. So let's go check out the other side now. I'm gonna grab these and then we'll move on. Okay, made it back to the other side. So let's go look for some nests. I think there's some on this side. Let's keep everything up top for now. There's a nest down there. One right here too. There's an egg right here, so we can get that egg. So let's see what we got here. There's still quite a few rock drakes in the trench, so I gotta be careful with grabbing something up here. But I just want to see what they are at least. See if it's worth grabbing. So let's see what we got here. It is a 185. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty good one. I wonder what the other ones are though. But I think I should take this one though and try to get out of here. Yeah, let's just grab this one. I think we'll get out while we can with this. So we just need to be quick and then get back up to the top. Alright, let's go over here. It should be on neutral. It's only 3, that's crazy. I was expecting like 10. Oh, there's more. Okay, they were just being slow. Alright, so that's pretty much it. There was not anything else in there. I did wind up losing one of the Spinos. But yeah, we did check all the other eggs and there wasn't really anything in there. And I didn't want to stay down there too much longer because I don't have enough durability on my suit. So in order to get out, the way out, if you're on a rock drake, is you can go across to this spot over here and then just climb up the wall, really. That's pretty much it. You need to be very careful with your stamina while you're climbing. There's also rock drakes that climb up on these beams as well, So watch out for those. And if you come across an open area, just be careful that nothing is sitting on the way up waiting for you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This will take you all the way up to the blue zone. Then from there you can actually see the green zone even further just beyond the blue zone area. Then yeah, once you get used to using the spine as navigation in the red zone and in the blue zone, then it should be easy to know where you are and what you need to do to get out of any one of those particular areas. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back to the base. Alright, so I made it home. I need to get this guy healed up, very banged up from the fights. And let's also get this egg hatched. I should get both of these eggs hatched. Maybe get lucky on one of the stats on the 120. Yeah, so I feel like once we get a really good bred 185, then we should be able to start doing surface drops, which is going to be a big part of getting the saddles. Yeah, hopefully we get good stats, and you know, if we can finish these off in this episode, that'd be great. I can show you the stats at the end. But if not, that's fine. I'll just wait till the next episode. So yeah, the next thing I'm going to do is go get the Megalosaurs, and we do need to get this guy healed up first, so it's going to take me a little bit of time to get ready. But Megalosaurs aren't too terrible. We just need to get some trap stuff for them, and probably, I think the large bear traps are the ones you need. And I can also use a scanner to try to find them and locate them. So yeah, I'll be back, and then we'll head out over and start looking for some Megalosaurs. Alright, and we're back. Finally found a worthy Megalosaur. So I went through all the blue zone, and I actually headed towards the red zone when I saw this one. Yeah, I saw quite a few of them, but none of them were over 100. I quit recording after about an hour, and only got about half of them that I actually saw. Alright, so we got some stuff for a trap. Let's see, where should we put this thing at? I tend to move around quite a bit, especially if it's like stuff they're chasing. I can put it like right here, should be fine. So the main dangers of these things when you're trying to tame them is that they can pick you up, they can grab you and pick you up, and if you're on a smaller mount, they'll even pick up your mount and kill that thing. So be very careful with that. You switch to the doors so we can shoot through it. Actually, probably doesn't even matter. I don't think it'll be high enough to hit it. Probably should clear all this stuff out. I think it's going to be interfering with me taming this thing, so let's just get rid of it now while we can. Alright, we got this thing taken care of. Yes, I think we should be cleared. So we need to just be very careful. Don't want to get picked up, because that would be the end. Probably should stick close to the trap. That's another 130. Is it a 135? The 130. Okay, so there's two 130s. So there's one here, and then there's one over there. Is it male or female? Let's see. Okay, it's a male too. So they're both males. But yeah, we can grab both of these. Alright, so let's get this one in a trap, and then we can grab the other one in a little bit. Alright, so what we need to do is we need to put up the ramps. Put the ramps up, and then what I like to do is I like to just shoot it off of the back of the rock drake, and hopefully it just runs straight into the ramp. That's the goal. I don't want to get off this thing, and yeah, I don't want to get like actually stuck. Okay, it's not going to do that. Let's do this. Oh, wait, maybe? Yeah, I think we got it. Oh, okay, good. We got stuck. Yeah, so that's what the goal is, just to get him to try to run and chase me. I don't think they can get out of this. That would be kind of weird if they could. No, okay, good. You can. Yeah, that's pretty much the plan. I don't want to get off. I don't want to get attacked. If I'm on a rock drake, I'm safer. If you get off this thing, he will literally pick you up and eat you. There's a very high likelihood of that happening. So this is kind of the plan, just to stay on the rock drake, aggro him, and then try to get him to get in the trap. Very simple. So we'll get this one here. They don't take a lot to actually knock out. Their torpor drain is very slow. Okay, we got him. Nice. Yeah, so let's see what the traits are on this thing. I actually didn't look at that. Weight frail. I guess that's alright. Get rid of that one. So we'll just feed this some mutton. This thing's not going to wake up anytime soon. That thing is loud. Why is it so loud? Alright, this is really loud. Yeah, let me go ahead and track this one. Okay, we'll track you. Yeah, that you have so much time to grab stuff for this. Like, I probably won't even worry about this thing for a little while. I think that the torpor on this thing is just really slow to drain. If you have the cryo sickness turned on, it is not going to be a good thing. You don't want these things to be thrown out with cryo sickness. These things will be out for like hours. Alright, so we got some food. As a possibility that it can get hit by something. So we'll leave it in a trap for now. So let's try to grab the other one the same way. Ooh, it's gonna be like a hard shot. Okay, we got it. I'm gonna get on top of this guy. Hopefully he just runs straight to me. Finally. It took a while to get in here. Yeah, this one does a lot more damage. I wonder, where's this trait? Athletic, okay. That's not going to be as helpful, but this seems to do a lot more damage. This might actually be a really good roll for melee. We'll get it knocked out and then we'll check it both out. Okay. That one's down. Oh, we're actually pretty close to the green zone. It's crazy. I didn't think we're that close. Alright, so we do have two of them down now. They both are 130s. Let's track both of them. And yeah, it's just a matter of going to get a Ovis and then getting some food for it. The Ovis meat lasts for a while, so we should be fine. Look at this, the other one has 5740 points. This one has 5125, so that one might be the health one, this one might be the melee one. Yeah, we'll see what they roll. Time to go get an Ovis. Alright, I was giving some meat over to this one and I found out it has a baby. And the baby is a female, so we actually have a breeding pair. So we'll definitely need to see what we get as far as the rolls go on these two males. But at least we can get started with breeding pretty quickly. Yeah, wish I had a higher level Gigantoraptor, then we can probably grab this thing with a max roll. But we don't, so that's fine. So yeah, I'll just wait around and then we'll grab everything and then head back to the base. That's pretty much it for this episode. Alright, back at the base, and yeah, this is what I've gotten in this episode. Besides the rock drake eggs that have hatched, and they are breeding over there. So a lot of time has passed in this episode. I think it's probably been about 3 days taking place, maybe 4 days taking place over. So, and I know that I've already edited quite a bit of this, and I know that I'm way over on time. So I didn't include the taming of this Gigantoraptor, but this was a 135 baby, I believe. I'll show like a brief clip of me actually getting this thing. It was very close by, so I just grabbed it, and I used a mixture of Parasaur eggs and rock drake eggs to grab this thing. The Parasaur eggs, you may get like one tame off of it, then the mother comes back, so you have to actually use quite a few Parasaur eggs, but I did have a lot, so it was fine. The rock drake eggs, you get quite a few tames off of it, so like you can probably get 2, maybe even 3 if you really get lucky with the baby coming back sooner. So yeah, this is a pretty nice pattern too. I have the stats on the screen so you can see the stats, but yeah, they definitely look nice. I really like this variation of these, and I like the white coloring. And then yeah, these are the 2 I just got. So we did get a pretty good one, and then a not so good one. So I think I'm only going to use one of these males, and I'll just put the stats on the screen. But this one got 8k health, and I think this is the other one. So let's see, this one, yeah, 7800. So this one's got the better health, and actually has better everything, like all the major stats, health and damage. And then I did get, one of them had a baby, so this is the baby, and it is a female. So we have a breeding pair now. I probably should go out there and get a good one that has some better melee, because this melee is not very good. 29 points is not the greatest. And then I did get this one. This was a 145 I saw. I think I showed that briefly of me seeing it. I did pick it up. I grabbed it with the Karkinos up there, and I just knocked it out and tamed it. Very simple. I used vegetables. Wasn't a perfect tame, but that's alright. We did get pretty good rolls on stats though. So yeah, all in all, I think it's been a pretty good episode. We did get a breeding pair. We have, I think, all the dinosaurs that we need to do the boss fight. So I'm going to do Megalosaurs, should be the majority of them. And I'm also going to do some Stegos, like 2 Stegos probably, maybe 1 or 2, depending on what we find. And then I'll do 1 rock drake that I'm going to be riding, then a shotgun. I need to go do shotgun runs up on the surface, but I'm still waiting to get a good bred up one of the rock drakes for the surface. So we can do surface runs pretty soon. We can do the cave runs pretty soon, especially now that we have a pretty good Megalosaur. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to go get these guys bred up. This one has to grow up first, so it's gonna take a little while for that one to grow up. And hopefully I'll get this done before the next episode starts. I'll definitely try to find a new one. If I can find a female, like a fully grown female with really good melee, that'd be the perfect one to grab. So I'm still gonna be looking, and yeah, that's it. That's the episode. Thank you for watching. Sorry it was long, but we did knock out quite a few things that we need to knock out to progress in the map and get the boss fight going very soon. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.